Hi, FlossTube.
Hello, FlossTube.
I'm Pam.
And I'm Stephanie.
This is
Just Keep Stitching.
Episode
136. 13 plus 13 plus 5 plus 5 plus 10 plus 20 plus 40 plus 15 plus 15 is 136, cuz math.
Welcome back, everybody.
Just so everyone is aware, I just do that off the cuff every week.
You're a woman of many talents.
Thank you, Pam. Thank you, Pam.
How's everybody doing?
This right here, what you're watching, is a YouTube channel about cross stitch.
You just got Mountain Dew on your notebook.
I know. It's okay.
Anyway, here we are.
Here we are. Here you are.
It's another Sunday night, and we've had a very
busy week.
Social week. We've had a very social week.
We really have. But it's good. It's good.
It's all good.
Keeps us on our toes, you know?
It's all good. But before we get to the society page.
Yes. We have
our toilets are fixed.
We have a toilet update. Everyone was so intrigued and complimentary about what I did with the toilets. And I have to tell sounds not right. And I have to give you an update. Okay, so when we left you, Katie and Andy were going to come over on Monday evening and they were going to fix the toilet.
I can't believe we're talking about this for the second week in a row.
People?
Do we need to?
Yes. Because everyone would say, what happened to the toilets? People care about us, Pam.
They're going to assume that we took care of the problem.
No, they're not. They want details. Comment below if you appreciate the toilet details.
I'm tired of the toilets.
Okay, well, I'm going to talk about it because it's my channel. So, it's our channel and we each have a say.
It's my channel.
We each have a say. Okay. So, long story short, Katie and Andy came over and we could not undo the screws on the back side of the toilet and
on the bottom of the tank.
Yeah.
Turns out there was a good reason for it. When the plumbers came,
yes,
he couldn't either.
No.
He literally had to go back out to the truck and bring in a saw.
Sure did.
To saw off those screws.
Sure did.
So
Andy, don't feel bad.
Correct.
Because we needed a freaking saw.
Yeah.
But he was here. He fixed everything. We have fully operational non-leaking toilets.
Correct.
And I learned life skills.
There you go.
There you go.
All right.
So
we went up the road this week.
Yes. So we had a fairly normal Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
We have our own L&S.
Obviously.
Clearly you know about that.
Yes.
But we have another favorite L&S, which is 2 hours to the north, called Craft Gallery.
Yes.
Run by the incomparable Carlton and Paula Fruth. And they had a sale.
Yes.
So we gathered up a few of our favorite people and we headed off down the road, up the road, whatever. There were lots of people who were very concerned about the front that was coming through and kept inquiring whether we were coming, was everything, going to go forward with it. And it's hard to appreciate how what do I want to say?
I have no idea. I have absolutely no idea what you're saying.
This was not a big deal snow-wise.
No.
For us. It was not. Now,
I mean, I appreciate genuine concern.
I don't want to be critical of people that, to them, this was a big deal.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
And even dear sweet Paula was talking about level 2 snow emergencies and whether they would be able to get out. And it either did not live up to everyone's expectations.
Right, the predictions.
Or our idea of a whiteout situation is far worse than what happened on Thursday.
Yeah.
So needless to say, like I said, a few of us went up and had no problems on the road at all.
Problems, yeah.
I-75 north, 2 hours from my driveway.
The only annoying thing was the salt trucks, and then I had to use the windshield wiper fluid.
Right, because they're blowing up stuff at you, and needlessly, because for some strange reason, the salt trucks are over on the edges.
Yeah, it's very weird.
And causing all kinds of
hubbub.
Highway hubbub.
Yes.
And they didn't even need to be there.
Yeah.
So, anyway.
But it was fine.
It was fine. We got up there, and
for the record, Finley did have a heck of a lot more snow than we did.
But not even that is not a lot of snow.
No.
I mean, there was no shovel. Yeah. There was no shovel required.
Necessary. No.
The place was a buzz.
It was.
Needless to say.
It was a buzz.
We found more friends from the Keepsakes community there when we got there.
Sometimes we do at Keepsakes.
Sometimes. Paul and Carlton and their lovely assistants were busy. We took what we've gotten in the habit of doing is setting aside projects where something needs to be added to it to fully kit it up.
Right. So
whether it's fabric or whether it's overdyed threads or whatever. And we call it our L&S bags.
Yeah.
She has one, I have one. So that when we're going to an L&S that we think might have a different selection than Keepsakes, then we take it with us. Or we pull stuff out of said bag.
And it also helps cut down on the amount of money we spend.
Right.
Because we're not just like guessing and like,
we're not starting from absolute
zero
starting point on a project.
Yes.
So I took 3 things, 3 projects, and I don't know how many you took.
Like
probably more, 5.
5, yeah.
And then we also took a total of about 8 projects under the bed box to take up to be framed. Because Paula has a very good eye and a very good selection of frames, and our own L&S no longer frames.
Correct.
So if I'm not giving any framing money to Keepsakes, I would love for it to go to Craft Gallery.
Yes.
So.
Amen to that.
We had one of those
project rolls, and we rolled everything up. And off we went. Yes, we did.
So we had a really great time.
Yes, it was absolutely
Paula
wonderful
had delightful treats laid out.
She did.
She even went so far as to get Mountain Dew for Stephanie.
And she made Rice Krispie
treats. And it was fun.
I love you, Paula.
Yeah. She laid out great frame ideas, most of which we went with wholeheartedly.
Yeah.
Made very few adjustments.
I think I might have been more difficult.
Well, it's fine.
But either way, she was good.
It's fine.
Yeah.
You know, she, like I said, so if you follow me on Instagram, you saw the frames that I picked for the 5 projects.
I did not post mine.
We met Candy from Candy Stitches there, and she joined us for lunch. We went to Logan's Irish Pub in Finley. And had a great lunch, lots of laughs, and
it was a great day.
Got home before dark. I think we rolled into here at 5:30. We dropped off a couple of our passengers in Franklin, and it was a great day.
Yes.
We had a lot of fun. Lot of fun. So
we'll show you all the haul that we got in the haul section of the program.
And so we'll show you what projects we took and what we bought to go with.
Yep. And then I went to work on Friday, just the same way I went to work on Monday and Tuesday.
Right. I'm cutting back a little bit of my time at the shop. For almost 3 years, we were there every Friday, and I am finding that I can go once a month on First Friday and have just a good time.
Yeah.
So it gives me kind of a day to do other things that I'm interested in. And I
mean, if there was somebody that was coming and we knew that they were coming,
right,
then that would be different. But just
but most everybody that wants to come to see Keepsakes maybe for the first time or return to Keepsakes, or maybe to meet up with us for a bit. Most everybody gives us a heads up. Or I ask them to please give us a heads up for a time or day.
Right.
And most everybody knows that Keepsakes is closed on Thursdays and Sundays, of course. But but I'm cutting back on my time at the shop. So I was not there. And then because it was Valentine's Day also on Friday, we decided at Stitch Away that we would have our next Crockpot Friday actually on Saturday. So that was yesterday.
Yes.
And we had the whole gang. We were not short. We had everybody in attendance. Everybody was stitching. And then we got the food out about 6:30, I think. And
we had beef stew.
And it was not my favorite thing that we've made.
I loved it.
These are not tried and true recipes. The Crockpot crew are really guinea pigs for most of this stuff.
Yes.
And some things I say, ooh, I'm going to make that again. Others, not so much.
What did you not like about it?
I don't know. It just was not. Oh, it was just not what I expected.
I thought it was delicious.
Well, I'm glad, but it was not one of my favorites. Okay. So we were up till close to midnight with our guests. Yes. And we want to thank everybody for their contributions, their salads, their desserts.
Yes, we love you.
Everything. And we love our Crockpot crew.
Yes, we do.
Yes, we do. What else do we want to talk about?
Really quickly, it has been a while since we've done any sort of shout out. And we have a really quick shout out for you all. Yeah. We spent most of the day today, just kind of like hanging out, stitching, whatever. Right. And watching FlossTube. And, I had seen her on Instagram and I had saved a post she had about starting a FlossTube channel. And so I was like, do you want to check her out? And Pam said, sure. So we did. And I am happy to report.
We are, yes.
That she is fantastic.
Yes, we love her.
So I am talking about Caitlin at Space Cat Crafting. Yes. She has made 5 FlossTube videos plus a dyeing fabric video, not a video for dyeing. Right. She just is quirky and fun, and
she's very, very funny.
Yeah, she's funny. Like my kind of humor. Funny.
Yeah, she's very funny.
And she doesn't have like 1,000 whips. She doesn't have a stash that's like 6 miles deep like me. And I love that about her. Like when she's like, I'm going to show you all my charts. I was like, oh, I love these. And then she showed like 8 charts. And I was like, oh, that's it.
Yeah. She's only been stitching about a year.
Yeah, just over a year.
And she's only made about 5 regular videos plus the Dye With Me video. To be perfectly honest, we did not watch the Dye With Me video because we
don't dye fabric.
Sort of half ran out of time and sort of half weren't interested. Yeah. Because we wouldn't consider dyeing our own fabric. Correct. But we know you're watching, Caitlin, so we're finally on board, and
and you have to watch her first video because she talks about what she does for a living, and it's super, super cool.
Very interesting.
And, like, I've never known anyone to have that kind of a job, and I think it's super interesting, and anybody who is a history buff will love
So, Caitlin. You know, I'm there. I'm there for you, girl. Yes. So, anyway.
So, go check her out.
Go check out Caitlin, and keep her. She's really trying to keep with weekly. So
she's doing a great job.
Yeah. So make sure you go over to
Give her
Space Cat Crafting. All right.
So the next thing we want to talk about is Stitch Harmony.
Well, we're
gonna do that.
We want to do this first.
We do. I don't care.
Yeah, let's do that first.
Okay, then never mind.
So It's time for Pam's pinned comment, and this one is short and sweet. We've got enough extra piece of paper in here. No,
that's all you.
Oh, that's right. Pam's pinned comment comes from one of our FlossTube friends. We sincerely hope that someday we will meet in person.
I need to.
Because we love you so much, and the whole FlossTube community loves you, and we hope you know that. Yeah. This is Amy from Amy Loves Toads.
Hello, Amy.
And we should.
This is what I'm talking about. After you read it, I stand in my truth.
Oh, stand in your truth.
Yes.
Okay. So Amy says, "I can't." This is for last week, so it's all about you know what. Mm-hmm. She says, "I came for the cross stitch, but I am up for the toilet talk too."
Thank you, ma'am.
LOL. Anything you two talk about with a big red heart. So thank you, Amy. We love you so much, and
I feel so seen by Amy.
Yes. So anyway, that's sort of a segue or a backtrack to
my toilet talk. And don't worry, toilet talk will not become a standard segment. Okay,
so now we want to talk about
stitch harmony. So we've been kind of trying to figure out how we want to integrate this stitch harmony thing into our videos each week.
Kind of make it a weekly feature, if you will.
Yeah, and like last week when I was like, are we not going to make this a thing that we do? Mm-hmm. And Pam was like, oh no. I was like, okay.
Yeah. So it's going to be increasingly harder and harder for people to go back to episode 134.
Yeah.
As the only place where people are talking about...
Well, I can always link episode 134 in the box.
Well, let's try this as a weekly feature to each episode first. Okay. See how that goes. We're playing around with a few ideas in our head. Yeah, because I'm from Maine. Mm-hmm. This is the way we're going to do it this week. Okay. First of all, if you don't know, Stitch Harmony, hashtag Stitch Harmony is a play on the online dating site eHarmony. Okay. Obviously, we don't want to have anything to do with them,
or dating.
But what we have, I think, recognized along with all of you is that there are stitchers out there who feel very physically isolated and would love an opportunity to get together in person with other stitchers.
Yes.
That's not to take anything away from an online chat room or anything else of that nature, but we feel personally, because we feel fortunate that we have an in-person community here.
For sure.
And that Ohio generally is very, very fortunate.
Yes.
Regarding the number of shops and the number of groups and
the number of stitchers,
that kind of thing. Mm-hmm. So we're calling it hashtag Stitch Harmony.
Yes.
And
so each week we have decided that we are going to go back to episode 134, or
if somebody leaves a comment on
the
any
current
episode.
Video. Yeah.
If you are someone who would like to know if there are other stitchers that live near you that you could maybe meet halfway or whatever, then use that hashtag.
Yes.
Okay? Please. Now, one of the things I think we mentioned last week is please let us know of any success stories from when we first started the hashtag 2 episodes ago.
Yes.
And I have a success story.
Yes.
Now, the gal who wrote this to me is someone who we know personally because she has come to StitchCon and Stitch Away.
Okay.
But she lives in Michigan. So, what we also want to say in that regard is that if you are someone who wants to use the hashtag, please state where you live.
Yeah, that's always helpful.
That's key. Okay? Yes. No,
can't set you up with somebody in your neighborhood.
I would love to find a stitching buddy and leave it at that. We know, in order for this to work, we need to know where you live.
I don't need your street address.
No.
Just city, state.
City, state, right?
Yes.
Okay. So,
no.
I want to read you this success story. And this comes from our friend Carol up in Michigan. And I asked permission
Carol.
to read it to you. So she says, "Hi, Pam. I hope you and Steph are doing well. I want to thank you both for all that you do to help bring the cross-stitch community closer together. At your suggestion in last week's video, I read through the comments on the previous Stitch Harmony episode, which was 134. I came across a comment from a fellow Michigander who lives close by and was looking for someone to stitch with. I reached out to her, and after a number of messages exchanged, we knew we had to meet. Sheila," and she put her last name in parentheses, and I won't broadcast that, but she said, "Sheila and I met yesterday at Panera and had the best time. We have so much in common and really hit it off, as they say.
Yay.
Although it seemed like 5 minutes, we spent 5 hours stitching and talking. We have plans to get together again soon and some stitching adventures in the near future. I wanted to share our success, #Stitch Harmony story. Thanks to you and Steph. Love you both." And we love you too, Carol. And you got a message from Sheila.
I did.
And so there you go.
And she said, "I spent 5 hours with someone I met from Stitch Harmony." And I'm like, this is what we're doing.
Yeah.
I love it so much.
So here we go with this week's #Stitch Harmony.
So did this comment come from episode 135?
No, this was actually left on last week's video.
It did come from 135. Okay.
It came from 135.
Okay.
And this woman's name, I'm assuming it's a woman. This woman's name is D. Neely.
Yes.
Okay. She started off her comment with #Stitch Harmony. I desperately need other stitchy friends. I don't have any stitchy friends, and all my other few friends work and are not interested in my crafts. So, after I responded, I have found out that Dee lives in Pickens, South Carolina. So, here's our #Stitch Harmony shout out, if you will, to anybody. I don't know where Pickens, South Carolina is. I'm not familiar with the Carolinas. Neither is Steph. So if you are in South Carolina, anywhere near Pickens, find this comment from last week and reach out to D. Neely, and maybe you can arrange to get together somewhere in the vicinity.
She's Pickens, South Carolina.
What is it close to?
Well, let me just tell you. It is close to Greenville.
Okay.
Also, it's very close to what looks to be the South Carolina-Tennessee border.
Oh, okay. So maybe there's some Tennesseans that can
reach out as well. Easley.
Yeah.
It's right off of 178.
There you go.
Okay.
So. All right.
If you are somebody who is in Pickens, South Carolina, or somewhere close by, and you want to get together with Dee, then leave a comment on this video, and Miss Dee, make sure you are checking throughout the week, checking the comments of this episode,
right?
And we hope to see some sort of connection.
Yeah, we're not going to play a part beyond this.
Yeah.
So, I mean, don't email us and say, I live near Pickens. Let Dee know. Nope. We don't have time.
Comment below.
Comment below.
And then Dee will
hopefully Dee will see your responses this week. Okay? Everybody got it?
Everybody got it? Good.
Yay.
Perfect.
Let's have another success story.
Yes.
All right. So let's now talk about, finally, stitching.
Okay. Me first.
Okay.
Okay. So, I have been working on this week. I haven't worked on this in a while because this is my stitch along with my best friend KB, and we started on the same day, and then she had an issue with her fabric, and then accounting errors, something, and so she needed me to send her more fabric in, and then she had to start over, and whatever. And I was like, girl, it's cool. I got 8,000 whips, so it's fine. I'll just put mine away until you catch up again.
Right.
And so she messaged me at some point and recently and was like, I'm going to pull my Friendship Garden back out. And I was like, okay, cool. So I pulled mine back out this week, and I am talking about Friendship Garden from Heart and Hands. And we are stitching this together using the hashtag overlooking your broken fence cell. Because it says, a friend overlooks your broken fence and admires the flowers in your garden. So I knew that she was behind me, but I wanted to because we have this plan of finishing it on the same day, because we're ridiculous. And then we are going to actually give them to Jan at the same time, which is the finisher at Keepsakes. And have Jan finish them exactly the same way. However that may be, we want them finished into little pillows. And we also contemplated with the idea of adding our initials in somewhere. Haven't figured it out yet. So I decided that I was going to do everything you see here except for these last 4 stitches right here. Because it's still not done. It would have those 4 stitches on there. And then there are 2 French knots. There's a French knot in the bunny and the bird, which I still have not done, nor have I done. There's backstitched legs on the bird. So I even went as far as to put this button on. I don't think she has these 4 little seed beads. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't think I'm gonna put them in. They look out of place to me. I love you, Cecilia, but they look out of place to me.
Let me see. Oh, okay.
See what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I love the little wooden button down in the bottom corner. I'm obsessed with that. Because that kind of goes with the aesthetic. But the pink seed beads, for whatever reason.
Okay.
So I am stitching mine on 32 count sampler gold linen from Color and Cotton. And so it's going to look really, you're going to be like, wait, it's not done. No, it's not done. So here it is. So I put the button on. Love that button. And so as you can see right here, it's missing 4 green stitches. So
you wouldn't know they needed to go in if you didn't.
If I didn't sit here and tell you.
Right.
So I love it. I think it's super freaking cute. I haven't really figured out where I want to put our initials, if I want to put them on here yet. And then I changed the fence color. It was supposed to be Eggshell from Classic Colorworks.
Didn't show up.
Nope. And I changed it to Picket Fence from Gentle.
Well, there you go.
So I think it looks really good, and it pops off this fabric, so that's cool. And so now I just wait for Miss Kia to get up to this point, and then
she doesn't have far to go.
No, she only has all she has left to do is these 2 lines of words and this half of the fence.
Yeah.
So
she's gonna
it'll probably get done this week. So
right.
I mean, if she's able, then I'm able. So
right.
So that is in a holding pattern for right now.
Right.
But I'm glad that it's that close to being done.
Yeah, that'd be fantastic.
And then my second whip was actually a new start for the year. For this week, not the year. For those of you that are paying really any attention on social media at this point, then you have seen people talk about the loss of Leanne from Lost in Floss, and the stitch along that was started by Julie Evans. Hi, Julie, at Gulf Coast Stitches, and also Jen at Jen Lee, who is Quirks and Stitches on Instagram. And so here's a little bit of the backstory from what I understand is that Barb and Leanne started a stitch along for the chart Baby It's Cold Outside by Heartstring Samplery. And in honor of Leanne, Jen and Julie wanted to kind of reignite that fire of that stitch along and have people stitch the chart in Leanne's honor. It just blew up, and there's a ton of people that are doing it, and I think that that's incredible. And I knew that I wanted to be one of those people. So luckily, I had the chart already in my stash. So, for those of you who don't know what it looks like, this is the chart. Baby It's Cold Outside by Heartstring Samplery. And, the hashtag is Baby It's Cold Sal. I had to ask for clarification because I wasn't sure. I thought it was Baby It's Cold Outside Sal, but it's just Baby It's Cold Sal.
There's no outside.
No.
In the hashtag.
No.
Baby It's Cold Sal.
Yes. And I'll have all the information on the stitch along in the box below. Also, if you are on Facebook and you are also part of the Sal, there is a Facebook group that Jen has started. So just go to Facebook and search Baby It's Cold Sal, and you'll find the group, no problem. And so I am stitching mine on 32 count sampler gold linen from Color and Cotton. It's my favorite color. And I started this on Friday. So the Sal started on Friday on Valentine's Day, and I started it at Keepsakes, and I was one of 3 people that were there that started. So that was really cool.
Oh, cool.
And so I worked on it all weekend, and this is what I have. So look out, listen to the.
Yep.
And then I started in the middle, and then I worked my way up to here on Friday, and then like this is all I did during the crockpot yesterday because I was too busy talking. And then I did most of these today. And then there's a tree. My first tree is over here, and then I get to start on the house. And I'm very excited about the house.
Right.
So that should be exciting. There's no like end date for the stitch along. You just stitch and use the hashtag, and it's really cool to like see all the different fabrics and to see and there's this blue conversion that's going around, and people are doing that. And it's super, super cool.
Right.
And I don't know. So, it's a wonderful way to celebrate Leanne and her life and her legacy, and just to celebrate the friendships that stitching has brought all of us. Yeah. So, it's really wonderful.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
What did you stitch on this week, Pam?
I am continuing to work on my second project for February for WIPGO. And this is a effort that is coordinated by
Jessica Marie.
Jessica Marie from Jessica Marie Does Stuff. Mm-hmm. And my number 3, I think. I finished number 23. Those are the 2 numbers called off the WIPGO card. Mm-hmm. And so I finished my number 23. Actually finished the whole thing. I mean, not FFO'd, but finished it. So that left the rest of the month to work on Cardinal Points. Cardinal Points is this beauty, and it is a collaboration between Long Dog Samplers and Gentle Arts. Okay? So that's what it looks like. And
people, the digital rendering on the cover of this chart.
This is a digital rendering, okay?
Does absolutely nothing.
It gives you a general guide to the color tones only.
But
this thing, if you like stitching things with bright colors, okay?
This is the chart for you.
This is the chart for you, absolutely. I'm not going to take it out of my Q-Snap or my Grime Guard because I am at a very exciting section. So what I'm going to show you is, and again, this is really not illustrative of what I'm going to show you, but just in terms of where I am in this general section right here, which is the north cardinal, and this urn of flowers that he is sitting on top of. Okay? All right. But that doesn't even do it justice at all. And maybe I should put this behind. Maybe. I'll see. But this is, if you like bright colors, I'm going to tell you what. So you see where I am. And the answer to the question I keep getting is, I don't know where those needle minders came from.
Oh, really?
No, I have no clue.
That's funny.
Someone gifted them to us or me at some point. But I'm going to tell you what.
But don't look at the needle minders. Look at that urn.
Yeah, forget the needle minders, people.
Look at that urn.
That urn was this morning's project. I am generally an audiobook stitcher, and I am reading the biography of Ulysses S. Grant right now. We fought many battles as I was stitching that urn.
I mean, look at that dog.
So, and then we've got the puppy dog. The puppy dog will have a brother on the other side of the urn eventually. This thing is just so colorful.
It is.
And I couldn't help noticing that, I don't know who stitched it. Maybe Paula stitched it, but it was on the wall at Craft Gallery on Thursday, way up high. And you personalize this with however you want. Okay, there's a name, and there's a city, and there's Ohio, and the date, right? Okay. So very creatively, they put, where the name goes, they put Craft Gallery, and then on the other side, they put established, I think it's 1981, they started their business. But I didn't have time or thought of it until we were in the car coming home, and I thought, now that I'm stitching this, you see, I thought, that thing needs to come down lower so people can really see the colors of this. And I mean, at a distance, you can see it's gorgeous. Yeah. Okay, it's like anything else that you see on a wall in an L&S. But up close, man, this thing just is vibrant. Beautiful. It is vibrant. And as you go through the color selections, because it's all from Gentle Arts, and you look at your symbol, right, and you put, pardon me, you put the stitches in, and you think, that's a funny choice to put next to this other color, right? And I particularly thought of that as I was doing those leaves. But look at the effect. I mean,
it's so good.
This is
so good.
This is a very creatively designed chart in terms of color. Julie from Long Dog, props to you, girl, because this thing is gorgeous, as we say.
It is.
So that's been my whip.
Yes.
I haven't really burned out on it yet. There's a lot of February left.
There is.
And so I might start alternating days because I want to work on my Pam's Main and I want to work on my Women of the Mayflower. So I might be doing a little bit of alternating, but at this point I'm steadily working on cardinal points.
Gotcha.
All right. What do we want to talk about next?
Next, we want to talk about promotions.
Okay. Deals.
Okay. So, for first and foremost,
yes,
my February bag of the month arrived.
Yes.
So, before I show you the bag, I would like to wish Karen and her wonderful husband, happy anniversary.
Yes.
Yes. And
Jose, I think his name is.
Yes. And in the spirit of love.
Yes.
That it was the theme for this month, February, bag of the month from SewMuch2Luv. And so, like we do every month that we get, when we get the bag in the mail, we show you all the good stuff that comes with the bag.
Right.
So, first and foremost, she always writes a lovely letter inside the bag and writes a lovely note and goes down through all the items that are in the bag. Mm-hmm. So, first and foremost is a exclusive charts from Petal Pusher called
Barbie.
Called Valentine Topiary.
Yep, that's from Barbie.
Super cute.
Yep. Barbie's a very good designer.
She is. And I will link
link her Etsy.
I will. Mm-hmm. Yep. Super, super cute. This chart is exclusive from what the letter says. This is exclusive to the SewMuch2Luv Bag of the Month Club. But I'm sure that in the future, this will be released to the general public. Yeah. So keep an eye out for that. Mm-hmm. Okay. And then next is a super cute emery board. It's got little cherries on it. I don't know if you can tell. Yep. I don't know about you, but I need one of these next to me all the time. And I love that this is cherries and...
You know, George Washington. President's February.
I think she just got it because it's pink and red. But Karen, President's Day.
I don't know. Maybe I'm giving him more credit than
yes, President's
you deserve.
Day. Yeah. And then she included 2 size 26 bow and needles. You have to see the pretty heart. It's so pretty. I don't even know how they get it like that, but that's pretty. And then a bag of Skittles, Coats, candy. And then we always get a bag of stash tea. And the tea this month is Wild Raspberry Hibiscus. I love the color of this tea bag. Mm-hmm. All right. Now, you don't see the bag. So this month, Karen was so sweet. And she knows I really love Valentine's Day. I am not in a relationship. I'm not married. I am single AF, as they say. And, however, red's my favorite color. And so, I don't know, I just like February a lot. It's also my second birthday is in February. So, I just really like February. And so, she gave me one of the big, I like to call them the fat bottom girl bags because they're the big size bags. And she just gave it to me. So it was really nice of her to give me the big one instead of the regular size one. And this is what it looks like. It's so pretty. Look at the pink barns. I love it. So yesterday, Katie Glass was looking at this. And she was like, I'm trying to figure out why their barns are on like notebook paper, or the barns, you're like looking at them through the blinds. And to me, I think it's just supposed to be shiplap.
This what?
Like
what's the word you used?
Shiplap.
What's shiplap?
It's like the white. It's like white paneling inside, like on the side of houses and stuff.
We call those clapboards.
Well, we do not. You do. I call it shiplap.
Okay, people. Let's vote.
Yes, and so. It says, okay, people. My Google just went off. So, it looks like, it's kind of like the side of a barn.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll go with it.
I'll show you pictures of shiplap when we're done recording, Pam. And then, okay, so this is the front with the really pretty red rickrack and the red polka and her signature heart. And then the back is this really pretty roses. And then this is like the side of the barn. Love it. And then the inside, I love it. It's not polka dots, it's polka hearts.
Polka hearts, okay.
Love it. Yes. Love it, love it, love it. Thank you so much, Karen. It's so cute.
Yes.
And
so what if somebody wants to get on the Bag of the Month Club?
At this point, the Bag of the Month Club is full.
Okay.
However, if you would like to get on the wait list, you can reach out to Karen at SewMuch2Luv through sending her a message on Etsy. Also, if you see any bag throughout the whole year that you love from the Bag of the Month Club, she will post on her Etsy any extras that she has for sale. So she doesn't have like 20 or 30 of them, but any extra she has in her shop, she will post on Etsy, and you can grab those up.
Okay.
Okay. And then, of course, Twin Peak Primitives. So we have a pattern of the week this week, per usual. And so what a pattern of the week is that we go through the entire library from Twin Peak Primitives, and we pick out a chart that we love, that we think that you'll love too, and we tell the girls, and they say okay, and then they make it 20% off for all of our wonderful customers.
For the week.
Yes, for the week. So this week we decided to choose a chart that was a little bit more spring oriented.
Well, there's snow on the ground in it.
Oh, there is?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I forgot that part.
So it's called Feeding the Chickens.
Feeding the Chickens.
And it's a rural scene, and I thought it was very, very sweet. Sort of pastoral, if you will.
Yes.
And we're going to insert a picture of feeding the chickens
here.
There you go.
Cool.
If you go to their Etsy shop, which is one of the places that you can get it as a PDF download, you'll see that there are 2 depictions of it in the listing.
Oh, cool.
But the one that you saw just now is the picture of it stitched. And I think that's more realistic for you to see the design.
Cool. If you love the pattern of the week and you want to get your copy in your hot little hands, you can do so from 3 different places. You can get a PDF download of the chart from either their Etsy shop, as Pam just mentioned, or on their website, both linked below. If you would rather have a hard copy of the chart, you can get that from Beach Cottage Stitchers. Their online shop is listed below as well. Just make sure that you mention that you heard about it through Just Keep Stitching at checkout to get the discount.
Right.
Yay. And we also wanted to tell you about the trip we're going on in September.
That's right. We're going to Italy.
Tortellini. A pesto. A buongiorno.
We are going back to Dutch
Pizzeria.
Mania. We're going back to Dutch Mania. We had so much fun. They said, let's do it again. They're expanding.
Michelangelo.
They're extending the
Parmesan. I can't say.
Do you know what I saw in the news feed, speaking of you doing this? That they are going to come up with an emoji. You know, all the hand things that we use on social media. And the hand shape is like what you're doing. Like you...
Parmesan.
Right. Anyway, so we're going back this time in September.
Yes.
To Roden, to the Handwork Boutique.
Yes.
And we're going to be there for 2 days. Yes. And then we're going, as she said,
to Italy.
To Italy. And we want to bring someone like we did last time.
Yes, we do. So if you would also like to go to the land of Italiano, then all you have to do is purchase this beautiful chart that the twins have designed, especially for Dutch Mania 2020. It is called the Springfield 1817 Sampler. And all you have to do is purchase the chart.
That's it.
And you can purchase the chart from their Etsy shop or their website. Get a PDF download that way, or you can get a hard copy from Beach Cottage Stitchers. As soon as you make that purchase, then your name will go on to the list to be in the drawing to win the 3rd ticket. We pick a winner on August 2nd, 2020.
Right.
So, I also wanted to mention that local needle workshops, including Keepsakes, are also getting their hands on copies of the sampler. It's absolutely gorgeous. And so if you come to Keepsakes and you purchase the chart because you want to go to Italy with us,
right?
Then what you're going to do is you're going to go home from Keepsakes and you're going to take a picture of the cover of the chart or yourself holding the chart or whatever, and you're going to post it to Instagram or the Twin Peak Primitivist Business Facebook page using the hashtag DutchMania2020.
Right.
DUTCHMAYNIA.
That way they'll know that you purchased the chart and you want to be entered in the contest to go on the trip.
Exactly.
So there you go.
Yes, so we will insert a photo of the Springfield 1817 sampler here. Okay, so go out and get your sampler now.
That's right.
And then just sit tight until,
August 2nd.
And we'll see if you can come.
That's right.
All right.
So that brings us to
mail call.
Okay, what did we get in the mail this week, Stephanie?
Okay, so it technically wasn't mail call. However, they were gifts.
Yes.
So, we got some gifts from our crockpot girls last night.
The girls brought us gifts, not just us. They brought
everybody
gifts.
So, we first got these cute little pink bags from Tony.
Yep.
And
follow your heart.
Nice pink.
We don't always exchange gifts.
We don't.
But when we do, I'm going to tell you what. We all know each other so well that the gifts are really on point. Yes. So I got this lovely list pad. Mm-hmm. And I mean,
there's a magnet on the back. That's awesome.
Yes. And so this is going up on the fridge. And isn't this funny? Sometimes it takes me all day to get nothing done.
That's funny.
One of these great refrigerator list magnets.
Yes.
Love it. And the other one I got was these two dogs who are up to no good. Think happy thoughts.
Aww.
Isn't that cute?
That is cute.
And 2 chocolate candies because Valentine's.
I got 3 chocolate candies. These are mine.
Because Valentine's. So that was mine from Tony.
Yes. And then mine from Tony is my big notepad says some days it's just one thing to do on top of another, on top of another. And look at this pile of animals.
Yeah, it's like the Bremen Town musicians.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I don't know
whatever.
This says. And then my other little notepad says a smile, and look at those cats.
Yeah.
This is me.
You know, it's the little things, and these are just so thoughtful.
And then
and so personalized.
Thank you, Tony. We love
We got another gift bag.
Yes.
From our friend Melissa, who is Cupcake Stitcher on FlossTube.
Yes. And then not only did we each get bags, but she had them labeled with these really cute
look at these little things. Look. And they were like the little mini clothespins. And they were on each bag, so that was pretty clever.
It's so cute.
And we each got...
Yes.
And this is like, let's look ahead to spring. Was this not clever? We each got a flower pot.
Yes. Hold on, I'll show
I love this color. Yours looks like Ohio State. I think she was sending you a subliminal message.
No, she just knows that red and black's my favorite color.
Oh, well, she also has a degree from Ohio State.
I mean, I know that.
And then we each got 3 seed packets in this cute little wooden pack.
Love it.
Did you open your seeds to see what they were?
Well, it says they're lavender, mini rose, and forget-me-not.
Oh, it does say on the outside.
And what did you get? Oh, you got poppies?
I got cosmos, chrysanthemums, and poppies.
And I got lavender, mini rose, and forget-me-not.
Well, you know what? We've got a flower bed out front that really needs dressing up.
Sam, can we plant the poppies up front?
Sure, why not?
I feel like the poppies need to go in my bucket.
Okay. We'll see what we can do.
And then she also gave each of us a pair of Valentine's socks.
Right.
And my pair says, I tots need you. Little tots.
And mine was hearts in a martini glass. How appropriate.
How appropriate.
So thank you, both Tony and Melissa, for lovely gifts that you didn't need to bring, but so much thought and so much love.
Yes. And sometimes I say things or do things and then I completely forget about them altogether.
Right.
So, I had received a decorative towel, like hand towel.
Right.
And I had said just casually, here, give me that back. I had said just casually, this would make a cute wall hanging. And I literally completely forgot that I actually gave it to Katie to make into a wall hanging. So yesterday, she walks in my house and hands me it.
Yeah, she and Melissa had been at Katie's house making project bags all day.
They had a sewing day before crockpot.
Right.
And then she hands me this. And you guys.
Yeah.
It's got the little handles. There's a third one.
Mm-hmm. Look at that.
Look.
Yep, all quilted, all batting with...
Look at these cats.
Look at this cute fabric on the back.
That she had in her stash. You guys.
So, do you remember who gave you the towel?
I knew you were
I don't either. That. But if the viewer who gave Steph the towel with the cats, look what it ended up being. I mean, isn't that fabulous?
I'm so excited to hang this.
Yeah.
I can't even freaking wait.
Oh, I know. It's absolutely
I was like,
fabulous.
ah!
Yeah.
Thank you, Katie. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it so much.
Isn't that great?
All right. So, let's talk mail call.
Okay.
Okay. Alrighty. So, let's see here. Okay, so we got some Valentines this week, which was really sweet. This first one comes from Valerie, who lives out in California. And she sent this really pretty Valentine's Day card. Mm-hmm. And then she actually works in Kings Canyon National Park, which is like the coolest gig ever. And so she sent us some items from the park.
Right.
So not like pine cones or like pieces of dirt, but
pieces of dirt.
Yes, this is a historic park sticker from Sequoia National Park. Very cool. And then this is a sticker which is the Giant Sequoia's Guide to Life. Love that. I actually have been to Sequoia National Park when I was a kid.
Yes.
And then this is a refrigerator magnet, and it is the Giant Sequoia, world's largest tree, and shows it in comparison to things like the Statue of Liberty and the Space Shuttle.
Isn't that amazing?
Which is really cool, super cool. Right. Thank you, Valerie.
Yeah, that was very cool.
Yes. And then we also received a lovely, lovely Valentine from Darla.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that.
Thank you, Darla.
Darla also has a new FlossTube channel.
Yes.
So I will link her channel below. Go check it out.
Yes, one stitch at a time, I think.
Yes. And then we got a Valentine's Day card from Debbie, Minnesota Stitcher. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Debbie. This is a Valentine from Susie Reno. And I love Susie Reno.
Yes.
So much. What's wrong with you? Yeah, Debbie. Thomas.
I thought it was another Debbie.
Nope.
It wasn't from Debbie Smith?
Nope.
Okay. Okay. Just had to clarify. We're back. Uh-oh. Now I got you thinking.
I hate spam.
Because I think it was.
Okay, well, hold on. Now you got me hot and bothered. Okay. Because I hate when I mix stuff up. Okay, so back to the card from Susie Reno.
Yeah. We love Susie Reno. We love Susie Reno.
Thank you, Susie.
Yes.
You're amazing. Okay. Well, crap all off. Okay. So, all right. This. Mm-hmm. Do you see this cat? Mm-hmm. Wait till you see what this cat does.
Yeah.
So this is from Janae.
Yeah.
Janae's amazing. So,
yeah.
Unsuspecting cat cord.
Right.
Shut the friggin' front door. Yes, I will accept this rose.
Yes. Too funny.
So cute.
Too funny.
Thank you, Janae.
Out of the park, Janae. Oh.
Okay, yes. This is from Debbie Smith.
Sorry, Debbie.
I'm sorry.
This is from my high school friend, Debbie Smith, up in Maine.
I suck. However,
Just disregard the child, Debbie. We all have them. We all know they sometimes screw up.
Now talk about the card from Debbie, Minnesota.
Now,
please.
these are the Debbie from Minnesota.
Yes.
Cards, and they are.
I also want to apologize to Debbie, Minnesota Stitcher.
Yeah.
Because look at these cards.
Because she's probably saying that isn't from me.
She's like, I didn't send you that.
Anyway, lots of Debbies out in the world.
Yes.
Now, you have to check out this.
This is funny.
We've talked a lot about historical people today.
Yes.
All right. All right. Father of our country. Got it?
With a conversation heart.
With a conversation heart. Now, you might say there's nothing on that card. And you would be wrong. Because if you really, you can feel it. It's like embossed on there. And if in the right light, you know that conversation heart from George says, I cannot tell a lie. And then you open it up and it says, I think you're great. So this is from Debbie, Minnesota Stitcher. Hope your day is extra sweet. And then in parentheses, she said, I saw this card and knew immediately who it was for. And she, of course, won one of our New Year's Eve bundles.
Yes.
So, to both Debbies, thank you very much.
Do you guys want to see the card Debbie sent for me?
Yes.
Okay.
Stephanie's feeling embarrassed now.
Look at my panda.
Oh.
I'm not embarrassed.
Okay. Good.
So she said, I hope that your day is extra sweet. Love, Debbie, Minnesota Stitcher.
There you go.
I love this panda.
What?
Nothing.
Oh.
I thought that these were his shoes, and I was very confused.
Why does the panda wear shoes?
I was like, is he wearing flip-flops? This beautiful Valentine's Day card is from Sheila. And it is very, very sweet.
Yes.
And then she also sent inside of it, she sent a exclusive Kitten Stitcher sampler thread pack.
Yes.
And it's Gentle Arts threads, and they have really fun names on them. So this is the Needlework Show limited edition. So I don't know if these are still available, but right. The dark brown is called Road Trip. The pink is called Excited to Meet You. The green is There Goes My Cash. The lighter brown is The Wee Hours. And the blue is The Have to Go Home Blues.
In typical Kitten Stitcher fashion.
It's so cute.
She's come up with very clever names for them.
Love it.
Yes.
Love it.
Yes.
And then I received this lovely Valentine's Day card from Sandra.
Yes.
I think you're really tweet. Well, I think you are too, Sandra.
Yes.
And so she sent me an absolutely lovely sweet note inside of this beautiful Valentine's Day card. And then she also sent me this kit, which is, I'm assuming, is part of a series from
because we've received,
Leanne.
Right, from Leanne.
Yes.
And we've received another one in the series.
Correct.
So this would make a nice pair to stitch together.
Yes. And this is a Souvenir of Holland.
Yes.
Kissing couple.
Yes.
Look at them.
That's
I love
sweet.
that.
Yeah.
I think that's very, very sweet. So thank you so much.
Right.
For this.
Right.
Super cute chart.
Yes.
And it's a little Narte kit, so it's good.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And then last but certainly not least, we got a package from Paula in Clearwater, Florida. And she sent this lovely card with a lovely note inside. And then she also had sent some items from Woodandcat.
Right. Have you seen their posts on Instagram? They are in the UK, correct?
Yes. I actually think that they're from Russia.
They're from Russia.
Yes, because,
Woodandcat.
So what this says, it says, I've recently purchased pattern helpers for each of us, so I'm assuming that means, Paula, you have one too, and have been personalized with our names and an image of something we like.
Oh, shoot. Hold, please. Just right down here. Okay. We're good.
Okay, so then she talks about the images that she chose, which you'll see in a moment. Right. And then she said, these came all the way from Russia. I pulled a stamp for you to keep as a memory. And there's a Russian stamp right there.
Pretty cool.
Which is very cool.
Right.
So, they came from Russia.
Yeah.
So, a pattern keeper, if you are wondering, is kind of like a 2-in-1 needle minder.
Keep track of where your stitches.
Needle minder pattern holder for your
right.
stitching. If you stitch in a Q-snap, it probably works the best, or in a scroll frame. I can't imagine these working well if you stitch in hand.
No.
But they are shaped like this.
Right.
And see, mine has a kitty cat on it. And you can have them personalized, obviously, with your name and an image.
Yeah. Isn't that cool? And this one is mine with my name on it. And because I work on my family tree, she put a tree on mine.
Yes.
And so there you go. And they have a little backer.
So Woodandcat.
Woodandcat.
And I will find their shop and list it in the description box below for you. Here, I'll take it. And then also in the package were 2 needle minders. And they're both little cactuses.
Yeah.
Cacti, if you will.
Right.
Needle minders.
Very sweet.
And then, if you guys remember, Paula is also the person who has been sending us the cat's meow blocks. And she said that this is the last one in her collection. So, which I'm like that this is the last one we got. It's very cool.
Yeah.
Ohio Bicentennial Barn in Portage County, Ohio.
Yep.
Love it.
Very cool.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So it says, barns are an important part of every Ohio community. At least one barn in each of Ohio's 88 counties displays the bicentennial logo to celebrate Ohio's 200th birthday in 2003.
2003.
Yes.
It was 200 years.
So, isn't that super cool?
Yeah, very cool. We pass those barns on the interstate quite frequently, the ones in counties near us. So
we sure do. So now we have a row of buildings. So
yes, we do.
Very awesome. Okay. And then last but certainly not least, for the mail call. We received this package on Saturday. And I had been in communication with Lori. Hi, Lori. And she had sent me some photos of some fabric. And I told her that the fabric was pretty. And then unbeknownst to me, that was fabric that she was making project bags out of for Pam and I. And so, this is the one that she made for me. Again, love the Valentine's Day. Look at these cats.
Very pretty.
Look at them. They're so cute. And, it's an envelope style bag. So, there is, and then on the inside, it's this really pretty floral print. And if you look, like right here, there's a little cat. There's a little cat. It's so cute. Thank you, Lori. I love it.
Yeah. And of course, mine is lighthouses, which I love.
Yes.
And the inside is the color of water, which I love. Yes. So, very nice.
Thanks, Lori.
Thank you very much. These are lovely. They're nice and wide for big projects.
Yes, we love that.
Good job.
Yes.
Good job. Good
All right. All right, we're going to talk haul. So,
okay.
I actually put yours in
with mine.
No. Okay, so first we'll talk about non-craft gallery haul, and then we will talk craft gallery haul.
Okay.
Okay. So first and foremost, this is all keepsake haul. So I had seen this. So the first 2 things I'm going to show you, I had actually seen stitched down at the Kentucky Stitch Day when we went down there.
Right.
A couple weeks ago. And this is from Threadwork Primitives, and it's called Quaker Holly Pinwheel. And it is an ornament, and it is absolutely beautiful. I love it. Yeah, I love it.
Okay, good.
And then this I'd also seen stitched. I'd seen this stitched on 40 count.
Wow.
And I don't think I'm going to stitch it on 40 count.
Wow.
But it's super, super pretty. And it is from the Scarlet House, and it's called Pumpkins and Bittersweet.
Very pretty.
Yes, love this so much.
Yeah.
The reason I'm not going to do it on 40 count is because all of the background of where it says bittersweet is over 1.
Yeah.
So I'd rather not eat my own hair.
Right.
So.
Right.
And then I've been working on quite a large project where I have been trying to organize my chart stash and at least get it organized to a certain degree. So going through every single chart that I have, and I realized that I was missing a chart from the Sew Together series from Jeanette Douglas, and I was like, why did I never get chart number 1? Oh. And so we actually had it at Keepsakes, and so I bought it on Friday, and it is from the Sew Together series by Jeanette Douglas, and it's the number 1, and it's called Samplers.
Okay.
So there's 4 parts. There's samplers, there's linen and flax, there's needles and scissors, or needle and thread, and something else. But they're so pretty.
That roof is amazing.
I know, isn't it?
Yes.
I love it. Mm-hmm. And then we got in the Valentine's Day holiday hoopla from Brenda Gervais. Love it. So cute. I love all those hearts. It's going to be super quick to stitch. I'm excited about that. Mm-hmm. Okay.
And then you brought these 2 home for me. Now, who did I see stitching this?
I'm pretty sure.
Somebody at Stitch Away, I think.
Okay. I don't know who.
But I don't remember who. So
Sorry.
Somebody that was at Stitch Away. This is from New York Dreamer, and this is called Wintertime from New York Dreamer. And to be honest, I don't think I would have bought this unless I saw someone stitching it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was somebody at Stitch Away. Mm-hmm. Somebody, not at our table, but at another table was stitching this. And I was like, hey, Steph, get me that.
I was like, okay, man.
And is this brand new?
Yeah, I bought it. I got it for you.
Yeah, this is from Erica Michaels. Mm-hmm. And, again, history seems to be the theme of this episode. It's called Charity for All. It is the most famous lines from Lincoln's.
From Lincoln's.
Well, I don't know. I went to Nixon. I don't know. Anyway, Lincoln's second inaugural, with Malice Toward None, with Charity for All. So it's called Charity for All. And
it's by Erica Michaels.
I love it. I absolutely love it. I love even the little filigree that's right there in the middle. Too. And it's probably over 1 down at the bottom. It does say March 4th, 1865, Abraham Lincoln, second inaugural address. So
it is over 1. Oh boy.
Yep.
But so, you can do it, Pam. I believe in you.
So yeah. So I'm going to soldier on. I've done it. You know,
no big deal.
So that was my keepsakes haul.
Okay. So
by way of Stephanie.
Let's talk about what we got at Craft Gallery.
Okay, go.
Okay, so I purchased 3 charts. I purchased 2 from Brenda Gervais. This is the Souvenirs of the Heart Home for the Holidays edition. I should have bought this when I was at Midwest, and I did not. But I got it at Craft Gallery instead. And I will not be stitching this 1/1. Not because I can't, but because I don't really like it over 1. So I'm going to do it on like 32 count or whatever. Super, super cute though. Mm-hmm. I love the little house and the bird and all the things.
It's very holiday.
It is. Ish. It is. And then I picked up the Holiday Hoopla St. Patrick's Day one. Mm-hmm. I think that's super cute. Yep. Mm-hmm. And then I don't know where I'd seen this, but I had seen it somewhere, and it is from Teresa Koget, and it is Stu Snowman.
I love him.
I think he's so cute. I love him so much.
Yeah.
And I think, no, 2 over 2. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Let me see that a second. What is the color of the pants, do you suppose? Kudzu.
Kudzu, for sure.
Oh, man.
For sure,
those
kudzu.
Green pants and those red hearts.
And the fact that he has feet.
Yes.
Because he's a snowman.
Yes.
I think that's why I like it.
Don't you just love Stu?
Stu.
Love him.
Be my Valentine, Stu.
Right.
Okay. So, there were a few things that I took up to Craft Gallery to get fabric for. And by few, I mean 5. And so I did not get threads for these. I just got the fabric because I can get threads at Keepsakes. And however, the fabric selection and the square footage that they have to be able to really play around with fabric is awesome. And so that's what we went up there for. So I have in my collection Blackbird's Winter Delivery from Blackbird Designs. And for that, I got 32 count Aztec from Weeks Dye Works. Looks pretty good to me. And
yes,
it's fine, baby. Yes.
I was trying to read something in the semi-darkness over here.
It's okay. Don't worry about it. It's cool.
Sorry.
You know what I bought? It's fine. And yeah, I'm gonna put it all in back in project bags. So, okay, and then this one, oh man, I'm so excited about this. This is from Prairie Moon, Merry Xmas. Yes, ma'am. And I actually purchased the called for fabric, which is 32 count Haunted from Picture This Plus.
Yummy.
So I think that's going to look really good. I think the whites are going to pop, but the reds are also going to pop.
Yes.
And that was the hard thing is like, so this really isn't matching the picture. It's close, but it's not the same. And I really like anything that wasn't this, that was still blue, was like too light or too dark or whatever. And I was just like, you know what?
Just give me the call.
Just give me the called for. Right. Just give me the Haunted, Paula. And the called for threads for this project are Belswa silks. I will probably convert them to cottons just because I prefer that. But I need Susan to do that.
Yes.
So, okay. Then I have 3 things that are now fully kitted up, ready to go. The first is the Fragments in Time from Summer House Stitch Works from 2018. So I'll just go through them all. I love I love all of them. I saw them on display and they are so cute. I wanted to stitch them just like this with the same finishing, all the things.
Yeah.
And I want them all in a little bowl. And I want, oh my gosh, they're so cute. So I bought the charts from Keepsakes. I got the thread packs direct from Beth Seal when she was the guest designer at the Tiara retreat back in October. And I was trying to figure out what fabric I wanted. And so I decided that I was going to do it on 32 count straw flower from Lakeside Linens, which is a really fantastic neutral. It's a little bit creamier than it's showing up on here, but it shows up my manicure really well. Okay. But it's a really good neutral, and the colors, like...
Yeah. The Craft Gallery is our closest L&S that carries Lakeside.
Yes.
So,
like, yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Yummy.
It's going to look freaking fantastic.
Yeah.
So I'm excited about that, obviously. Okay, 2 more. This, I got the floss and the threads. So this is, I have the chart in my collection already. This is Ebenezer's Blessing, and I'm going from Erica Michaels, and I'm doing the large pillow that says, I believe that Christmas has done me good and will do me good. God bless it. And so I'm going to do that. And I got the called for red was actually like raspberry from Weeks, and it was way too pink for a Christmas chart, especially when you're talking about a Christmas carol. So I went with the called for green and Cupid, which I love, from Classic Colorworks. And I'm going to stitch it on 32 count navy bean from Lakeside Linens. Me and Lakeside.
Yeah.
I love. I think my favorite linens are Lakeside and Color and Cotton.
Yeah.
And we had all these charts that were Holland / Amsterdam themed, right? And I really wanted to start something when we got home. Just to commemorate the trip and all the things. And so I decided to go with Satsuma Street's Pretty Little
Amsterdam.
Thank you. Wow. And so I got all the DMC, I got fabric at Keepsakes, and I sat down and started it, and I hated the fabric. I don't know why I hated the fabric. I mean, I don't know what it is about the fabric that made my stitches look like crap, but they look like crap. And they just they look too chunky in there, and one strand was not good either, and I just hated it. So I knew that so this is Pretty Little Amsterdam, and I knew that I like stitching on 32 count Lakeside. So I got Flagstone in 32 count linen, and
yeah, that'll be great.
It's gonna be fantastic.
Yeah, yeah.
So that was my craft gallery haul.
Okay, so I took 3 projects. The first one is the Good Ship Sampler from Hands On Design. It's been out a while. I already had all the threads, so I was able to do a floss toss up at Craft Gallery, and I came up with a piece of sterling by, I don't know.
Picture This Plus.
Oh, Picture This Plus. So I came up with this pale green.
That's going to look really pretty, Pam.
For that, I could pull out all the threads, but you kind of get the idea.
Yes.
So now that's fully kitted up because I know I had all the threads.
Cool.
So that needs to go in a project bag.
Sure does.
The second project that I took was from Not Forgotten Farm, and it is Thomas. And it also has been out a while. But what I am going to do is I'm going to do Vonna Pfeiffer, the Twisted Stitchers conversion. She stitched this, again, a while ago, not long after it came out, I believe. And she stitched hers on a piece of fabric that is from a dyer that is no longer dyeing. So I'm not even going to mention that. But she did say that that color, and she did hers on 40 count, well, no, that it was close to Vintage Exemplar from Lakeside. So I went right to Carlton's Racks and I found Vintage Exemplar.
I love this color.
So I am going to be doing Thomas on this. Okay. That looks not right per the picture. Whoops. Yeah, the picture. But that's what I'm going to do.
But you're using Vonna's conversion, so...
So I'm doing Vonna's conversion. So she converted all the DMC, which is what is on the chart, to various gas and classic colorworks.
Cool.
And so while I was up there, I pulled a few just to get it started. I didn't find all of them. But one thing, which is what I was trying to read in the dark, one of the things that Paula and Carlton do is on their Classic Colorworks, they get 5-yard skeins.
It's General Arts. They get 10-yard skeins for General Arts.
And this is normal?
Yes.
Okay. So it's on the General Arts that they get 10-yard skeins, and you can tell they're more plentiful because they tie a little knot in the bottom.
Right.
So for the Gentle Arts, it's nice because if you get like a nice big hank of onyx, you have that for future projects.
Right.
So I was able to progress through kitting up Thomas from Not Forgotten Farm, and I think this will be my first Not Forgotten Farm.
Oh, really?
I think so.
Well, congratulations, Pam.
I don't remember. And this is an oldie.
But a goodie.
But goodie. And it is a Mosey and Me called Sam's Flag.
It's so cute.
I believe we were gifted this.
We were.
It came with 25 count even weave. And I was able to pick up some of the Weekses that it called for, particularly the blue, the red, and the
black.
the black, which is gunmetal. So you can kind of get an idea of the colors on the blue. And the blue, of course, is his
coat.
His big old coat there.
This is so cool.
So actually, it might be his pants.
Oh, yeah, it's his pants.
It's his pants. So there's another blue that is a blah, 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 anchor. Mm-hmm. So there's a Delft blue.
Cool.
That is an anchor that is his jacket. So those were the three. Nothing real current, but ones that, like I told you earlier in the episode, is what we keep in our L&S bag for things that need to be fully kitted up. Yeah. And we're going someplace new or someplace that has a better selection
of lakeside linens.
Or whatever that we can't get at Keepsakes. Yeah. So that's our haul.
That is our haul.
Okay. Plants. Coming up in the next week. We're going to do something that we don't do very often. And that is, I'm going to go to an event and Stephanie is not. And it is a stitching event. So you're going, whoa, the earth is tilting. Yeah. But a few of us from this area are going down to the first, hopefully annual, Bluegrass Stitchers Retreat in Brandenburg, Kentucky. And it is being held by Jennifer Ketterman, who is Spunky Jen on FlossTube.
Nope. Instagram. On FlossTube, she is stitching in the bluegrass.
That's right. On FlossTube, she's stitching in the bluegrass, and her mom. And I didn't have plans a week ago to go, but when we were up at Findlay, I was persuaded to go. I checked with Jennifer. Was there room? Yes, there was room. PayPal'd her the money, and we're going down on Friday. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday kind of deal.
So I'm going to go to work, and I'm going to come home to an empty house.
Yeah, she's going to party
at Steph. Just kidding. But please don't come to my house.
She really is gearing up for market to go down with Barbara, and so really can't get away. Yeah. And so that is.
But I'm excited for Pam. I am.
Yeah, we'll have a good time. These are girls from our crockpot crew. Yeah. And we're interested to see what the facility is like. It looks somewhat similar to our Whistle Stop retreat place. Yeah. And so we're going to have a lot of fun.
Check it out.
And
there's 15 people going?
Yeah, so it's very small and it is full, from what I understand from Jennifer's FlossTube.
Yes, which we watched today.
She's very excited, and there'll be a night out for pizza, and there'll be some barbecue for another dinner. So it'll be great fun. Cool. So that's what's happening this coming week, and beyond that, we're just gonna be something else.
Yeah. But I put this in my chocolate in my mouth, so. Speaking of market, if you would like to place your market orders through Keepsakes, I'm not saying you have to, but if you would like to, designers are starting to show their goods, and people are starting to get really excited. Nashville Needlework Market is the first weekend of March. And Keepsakes is taking pre-orders. The biggest difference between when I say the word pre-order, there's no 100% guarantee that we are going to be able to come home with it. Simply because designers can only bring so much with them. And there are a lot of needlework shops that are going. A lot of new needlework shops that are going. However, everything that's at market is reorderable. So, if we go to some designer's room and ask for 15 copies of a chart and they don't have them, we order them right there. We pay for them right there. And then they ship them to us within a week of getting home. So, I highly encourage you to, if you don't have somewhere that you get your market stuff from, that you look into Keepsakes. I am the person who is the sole person responsible for doing and handling all the orders that go through the shop. And so I would be honored to handle your market order. If you would like to do that, however, there are proper channels you need to go through. Do not send me a DM. Do not send me a text message. There is the shop ordering email, which is in the description box of each and every one of our videos. That's the email that you need to send your order to. And if you could, in the subject line, put market order, that would be helpful, but not required. And a good contact phone number for you. And so we leave for market the Friday of the first weekend of March, and we come home on Sunday evening, and then we open on Monday morning. So most of Saturday night for Barbara and I is we order pizza, and then we sit and we price items, and we put piles together, and then Sunday we do last minute stuff that we need to pick up from designers, whatever, and then we come home. And then Barbara does the shop, makes it pretty. I have a pile of orders. It's all good. And then we start calling people. And if you are local or if you would like to come see our market day, we'd love to have you. It's at 11 a.m. on the Monday after market. So anyway, so just as people, and if you have already sent me a market order and then you see someone's new releases and you want to add it to your order, that's cool too. I have no problem with that. The last day that you can send me a market order, it is the Thursday before market. I would ideally like it before then, but I will check my computer before I hit the road with Barbara. So, that is that.
Okay.
So,
all right.
Okay.
Good enough. Then we will see you back here in a week or so.
Yeah.
Don't forget the pattern of the week. Don't forget the Dutch Mania pattern. Layout $20. You might get to go with us to the Netherlands and to Italy in September. So that's going to wrap it up. We hope you have a good week coming up. Make time to stitch, and we'll see you next week.
Yes, we will.
You know what? We might be a little bit late. I remembered that just in the nick of time. Because I'm going down to that retreat.
Right.
We'll see how tired I am when we get back Sunday evening.
Yeah.
So
because I want to hear all about it before you guys do.
Yeah. So it might be Monday.
Perks.
So a week or so.
Yes.
And we will be back here, same bat time, same bat channel.
Yes.
All right. So take it easy. Have a great week. We'll see you
when we see you.
When we see you. In the meantime, I'm Pam.
I'm Stephanie.
And this is
Just Keep Stitching. Bye.